Calvin, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, good. How are you, Trey?
Awesome, man. So just a couple questions. Excited to kind of dig in here. So first off, where are you at monthly now, like revenue wise?
Yeah, we're doing $400,000 a month in mainly reoccurring revenue for the most part.
That's great, man. And mostly from ads, right? From Facebook
Yeah.
ads or
All of
yeah.
that is Meta ads, Instagram and Facebook ads.
That's killer, dude. Now, what were you dealing with before we started working together? What was kind of the problem here and the reason you wanted to work with someone?
Yeah, so we have a lot of customers paying low ticket prices, $200-300 a month, and churn was just out the window. So we serve real estate agents, and they fail at a higher rate than small business owners. So about 87% of them fail in the first 5 years. So it doesn't matter if we show up and do our part. If they're failing in the industry, standard is they fail, then they're churning and burning. So it's really hard to keep them long term, even when you show up and hold their hand through the whole process. So a lot of low ticket customers that just weren't resulting in a decent lifetime value.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, man. So since we've been like working together, what's been the biggest change that's helped you kind of solve that?
Yeah, so I've mainly been focusing on switching it more to high ticket. We were already doing some of that. We weren't selling it for enough money, in my opinion, and even based on what you showed us. So, really switching to a high ticket offer, something where we can offer better support, get a better client, have less clients, do more good, and everyone's happier or more happy. So, it's better for our team, not beating the team up so much with so many people coming in and out and getting frustrated, and also just a better experience overall for the members and the people we're helping.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff we talked about was increasing that value, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things you were doing was writing a book, and I, was talking about my book of software. You can use it, create a whole entire book custom for each person, custom do it, et cetera. So increasing that value, therefore, you can have a higher conversion rate, start selling more of the higher ticket stuff.
Yeah, when you're not making enough money on the customer, you're not able to go in and do as much. So that's the other thing. When you're charging enough, you can spend the money and the resources to make a better product, a better experience, support them better. And it's just a better experience. It also increases the chances that they're actually going to get results, use the product, and therefore make money off of it and be happy.
Yeah, I don't think I ever told you this, Calvin. I learned this the hard way. I did a do it for you program, and we charged $200, and we made a custom website for people. We wrote all the copy, we did everything. This is before AI. So it was, man, and it sold like crazy, and I was super stoked. That first month we did about 100,000. I was super stoked on that. And it was the biggest pain in the ass because it was such a low price. I couldn't go hire the people to do it right. So I'm, sitting there dealing with people who weren't qualified because they were cheaper. Man, just a nightmare.
Yeah, same sort of thing. Same problems. You're not charging enough. You're not able to support them enough. Just too many people coming in and out. Just to give you an example, prior to working with you, we had 12 onboarding reps all day, packed calendars, about 8 appointments booked a day, hour appointment each, just onboarding people all day. And even with that, we couldn't get them in, getting them using the product and getting them launched. They'd still churn at the same rate without that almost. Just
Yeah.
the amount of effort we put in compared to the amount of results we got back, even with all this additional work, all this additional headcount, just didn't result in these customers sticking around. I think a core flaw is when they don't have much skin in the game, they just leave. They don't
Yeah.
take it serious. What do they say? When they pay attention.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And did even you're a VIP client, obviously. We meet together personally one-on-one each week. Dude, I look forward to it. I'm stoked,
Yeah.
because it's like, hey, I learned stuff from you while I'm helping you out. It's a blast. So having clients that are willing to spend more money for a higher quality tier of service
Yeah.
is, yeah, it's absolutely a lot less stressful. And both of us have dealt with both.
Absolutely.
I love that, man. So yeah, so curious, what made you like decide to reach out? Like, was it a point? I know I believe you saw an ad or something like that, but
Yeah.
like, what made you decide like, hey, you know what, it's time to do this?
Yeah. I've been following you for probably 18 years and followed your journey from Bookle to Auto SaaS, et cetera. And when I saw you put an offer out like this, and when you talked about low price versus high price, that resonated. We were dealing
Yeah,
with that at the moment, had a team of 62 people. We were unprofitable, doing all this work for nothing, right? Or actually we were paying to be in business for the pleasure of serving them. It just sucked. It wasn't fun. burning out the team. So really, it was just frustration. We were at a
Yeah.
breaking point, and I had to change something. The model we were running wasn't working. So really, it just resonated with me because we were doing some high ticket stuff. Like we had a $10,000 offer that we'd sell every once in a while, but we weren't selling it enough, right?
Yeah.
And so therefore, the business was frustrating. So that was really just timing, man. I've been paying attention to you for a long time, and you hit the
Yeah.
right offer at the right moment, and here
That's
we are.
perfect. And
Yeah.
no, listen, having, I've had a lot of overhead. I mean, you've talked about this.
Yep.
I had companies where I was spending hundreds and hundreds of thousands a month on employees. Nothing more frustrating than, doing multiple millions, 5 million a year, and you're near that break even line. I know
Yep.
that's, one of the first things we focused on, right? More
Yep.
revenue and then, reducing cost. And that's the name of the game. So how has your life in business changed so far? You even less stressed, or how you kind of feeling?
Yeah, absolutely. I think anyone who's had a lot of employees, I've had a head count of well over 100 before. It's just a lot of noise. There's a lot going wrong. There's a lot blowing up. It's a lot to keep track of. There's multiple layers of management is frustrating and hard, and keeping everyone aligned, especially in chaos as things aren't working out and you're having to make pivots and changes, it's
Yeah.
difficult. So really just lightening the load not only takes the pressure off and
Yeah.
allows you to have some breathing room, but it also lowers the noise in your life. So it makes it simpler. And especially in this day and age of AI, where you have to get in and learn these new tools that are coming on the scene and changing the industry and just the world in general at a rapid pace, it's hard to keep up when you're in a high executive role, just telling everyone else what to do. Sometimes you have to get
Yeah.
dirty and figure this shit out. And
Yeah.
it's hard to be like, hey, go figure that out and then come back and use it for us.
Yeah.
That just,
Yeah.
it doesn't work the same. At least it hasn't for me. I'm sure there's people out there figuring it out, but that wasn't me.
That makes sense, man. Well, that's great. Listen, Calvin, I've obviously super enjoyed working with you and I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you talking about your experience a little bit here. And yeah, I can't wait to work with you more, dude, and crush it.
Awesome. Thanks, Trey.